Here we go.
Well, hello there, you amazing, amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. It's Saturday. It's the weekend, and we all love the weekend, don't we? Because it's a time for rest. Yeah, right, rest. What's rest? I've got 5 children. What is rest? Anyway, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes. As some kind people, eagle-eyed cherry, come to me and they went, "Oi, Arsh, just to let you know, mate, there was an update in the Slater Inquest information." So for those of you who don't know, there is, and it would appear that James Adderley, he is the chief coroner or inquest man, whatever you call them. He is the person who was behind the Nicola Bulley inquest of all things. He is going to be the person who is in charge of the Slater inquest. Now, obviously, as we saw in the Nicola Bulley situation, there was massive security because that case also went batshit crazy, and this case has gone equally, if not even more, batshit crazy. So there's been warnings to behave yourself, because we ain't going to put up with it. But yeah, James Adderley has stated that the hearing, and they've classed it as the final hearing. Now, I would imagine that's just with respect of the inquest situation. I would hope that if the inquest, which they probably haven't completed yet, because we'll stick a pin in that, I'll come back to that in a second, you don't know if it's going to be the actual final hearing, so to speak. It's just going to be the final hearing with respect of the inquest. This could go on. He could find something fucking shady, couldn't he? He could find something that he thinks,
"Hold on a second, this needs to be looked at a little bit more. I'm just not quite buying this story."
But anyway, yes, so what he's saying is the inquest is likely to take place later on in the year. They are waiting for the final report from the Spanish authorities to be sent over to confirm a few details, to fill in some missing pieces, no doubt, and then they will go forward and complete the inquest. But on the back end of that, what we need to be very, very clear about is that there is no indication at this time of a UK police criminal investigation into the Slater case. It just isn't happening yet. There is no indication that it's going to happen, and the way that this is likely to work is that the inquest is all about looking into all of the details surrounding the death. They will obtain the information from the Spanish authorities that will come over. It will provide everything that they have. I would imagine that there will be the autopsy results, obviously. Hopefully there will be toxicology results, because we have heard nothing, absolutely nothing, with respect of toxicology. And I feel that the toxicology report is potentially the missing link here. Now, the difficulty is that Jay was apparently found nearly a month after he went missing, and there will be implications with respect of the toxicology results due to that period of time. Certain things have certain half-lives, and there are things that are simply undetectable when you're talking about a period of that far down the line. And what I mean by that is, it would be hard to say whether someone was drunk. So drunk, in fact, that this is what played a part in their demise. Because obviously, when you're talking about a period of a month, then that alcohol in the system is going to be affected from, what it was initially to what it is now. But there are elements of things that will remain in certain parts of the body despite the time. There will be trace elements, and it will be interesting to see whether any of these potential, I don't want to say nefarious, I mean the things that we feel could have played a part in what happened to Jay, whether they will indeed find any of these substances during their testing, even if it's in trace amounts. It could lead us to look back and find that certain things are more credible or are not more credible. It could also bring into question the 2 phone calls that Jay Slater apparently had while he was on that walk that would lead to his death. bearing in mind that these two calls seem to be polar opposites in terms of their context and how Jay was at that time. One seemingly suggesting that he was absolutely fine, and the other one seemingly suggesting that he was fucked. But look, yes, so the Jay Slater case has got everyone's attention, has captured everyone's attention, everyone's on the pulse with it, everyone's watching for the next thing to come out, the next story that could lead to the truth. But look, the reality is there simply isn't enough information out there for us to determine exactly what happened. We can speculate, we can have feelings about things, we can have feelings about people. We can look at the entire situation and think to ourselves, hold on a second, this just doesn't seem right. This seems like a shady situation. And that's us. We don't even genuinely have skin in the game. We just have a curiosity in true crime and a curiosity in the Jay Slater case. But can you imagine what the family must be doing? And we have seen hints of how the family feel with respect of Warren Slater and his TikTok account, seemingly suggesting that he is still of a mindset that he feels that the story that they've been fed is indeed bullshit. Now, I questioned yesterday what is it that Warren Slater wants, and the reality is I think that the Warren Slater, Jay's mum, you know, they just, not saying Warren Slater's Jay Slater's mum, by the way, I'm just saying both of them, mum and dad. They obviously want to know what happened to Jay. They want to know the truth. They want evidence to support the story that they've been told. So I'm sure that they will be waiting on the inquest with bated breath. But it is very clear at this stage that it would seemingly be indicated that certainly Warren just isn't buying it. And let's not forget, he was at ground zero. He was out there looking. He did spend time around the Airbnb in the area that Jay supposedly went for this walk. And he also has knowledge about what kind of person Jay was. But I have said, and we have to be fair and say, that not every parent truly knows their child as well as they think they do. Especially when you mix potential narcotics, potential alcohol in a foreign country, having a few drinks, and at these kind of places. I always have to refer back to what I think that I did when I was younger and what my parents know about it. And the reality is they know nada until this point. Well, sadly, I've lost both of my parents, so it's not likely that I'm going to get into trouble now, am I? But look, will we get answers? Maybe, maybe not. But the inquest is awaiting information, and later on in the year, we will indeed get a conclusion to that procedure. And we can only hope that that procedure will shed some light on the situation. But until next time, you have a fantastic, fantastic weekend. You're looking absolutely amazing, by the way. I hope I'm not the only one telling you, because you are. And for those trolls out there who don't like that when I say it, don't worry about it. You're looking amazing too. Love you all. Mwah.